What's up, everybody? Anthony Enos here with JCAE Fishing. I'm here in my dorm room at college, and I should mute that. Today we're going to be talking about the Icast 2017 Best Soft Bait, the LUNKERHUNT Prop Frog. Now, there's a lot of things I want to hit with this bait because it definitely deserved to win the best bait for Icast 2017. There it is out of the box. As you can see, it's got a soft body and this prop at the end. And this prop, check this out. I mean, it's super sensitive. This thing is awesome to throw. So let's touch on color a little bit more with this guy. There's a variety of colors you can get, one of which is a crappie, the other being the bluegill. There's sunfish. There's a whole nother body style similar to this with shad colors. And my recommendation for anybody who's getting this bait is to get this bluegill color. It is seriously a killer on topwater. I mean, most lakes around here, the main forage species is going to be bluegill. You know, we've seen designs from companies like Savage Gear and River to Sea with the Whopper Plopper where they go ahead and put a prop on the back and, you know, kicks up some water. I'm mostly thinking about Savage Gear's Topwater Duck, how they put the 2 feet on there that spin. And LUNKERHUNT just really blew it out of the water. They had this great idea. They said, why don't we take a soft body and put those props on the end? And what they came up with was a really awesome bait, especially when you throw this guy when the fish are really finicky, they're under cover that you usually can't get to. One of the spots I fish a lot has 2 big beaver dams, and there are bass all over it. You can cast something, and something will come up and hit it almost every time. The problem is that I see a ton of big bass. Like, I could see it in the shallow water, and they're really close to that beaver dam, and if I throw something like a Whopper Plopper, those hanging treble hooks are going to get stuck on that cover, and it's really not going to allow me to catch fish that I could catch if I had a weedless setup. That's where this guy comes into play. You could toss this literally into a pile of sticks. I promise you, it's not going to get snagged. I mean, I've not snagged this guy yet, and been fishing with it for a little bit now. They came out with this bait, I believe, just a few months ago. It's been winter. I haven't gotten to fish it as much as I want, but for the amount of time I had to do so, I feel like I've definitely fished this guy enough to give a good opinion on it. They retail for $8.99. You can pick them up, Bass Pro Shop, Cabela's, Tackle Warehouse. I'll link that in the description. They also make a soft body frog, and there's something really unique about that too. I won't get too much into it since this is supposed to be focused on this guy, but they actually put the 2 prop feet, kind of like the Savage Duck from Savage Gear, but they have a trailer hook in there, and it's actually holstered to perfectly stay in the middle of the 2 feet, so it's virtually weedless as well. You're not going to get that stuck on anything, which is really nice. But back to the prop fish. Another really subtle design they have here that the shad does not have is that top fin. Now, for people that are new to fishing lures and how they're designed, they might think that's just purely cosmetic. I don't think so. I think that fin is actually keeping it perfectly straight with that wake behind it, so then it's not, you know, rocking back and forth and turning. And that's huge, and that's just such a good design point. I have yet to try the shad, and to be honest, I feel like as I like things that are shad colored and shad shaped, I feel like I won't like that bait as much as this one just because it doesn't have that fin on top to kind of balance it out as it's swimming. Now, there could be other designs that I don't know about that are on that shad, but as far as I know, I'd definitely go with the prop fish. This guy weighs a ½ ounce. It is about 3.25 inches. I would suggest throwing it on some heavier line just so then you can get it out there further. I'd say that's the one thing about this, you know, at ½ ounce, it's not going very far compared to something like a whopper plopper that you could just chuck out there. So I'd say definitely just some heavier line just so you can get it out further. If you're anywhere, if you're shore fishing and you know where the fish are and you don't have to cast that far, definitely put some mono on this guy, because I feel like the fight will be a lot more fun. A lot of time that I fish with that heavier end braid, you know, I feel good because I know that if I get a fish, my line's not going to snap. The downside about it is that the fight is typically a lot less climatic, I'd say. It's mostly just me reeling it in real quick, knowing that the line's not going to bust. So definitely there's two ways you could fish this guy. Braid if you're throwing it far, and mono if you are just right there by shore casting by some coverage.